Welcome to our Blueprint for a Healing Practice and Bulletproof Energy Field webinar. Before beginning or expanding any healing practice, preparing a blueprint provides us with a roadmap to follow. We're going to start this webinar with 3 affirmations, 3 mindsets that we want to step into together as we build and revision our practices. The first is, I am supported by my process. A healing blueprint provides you with a process and a map that you can follow when you're practicing multidimensional healing or any type of deep holistic healing modality. The more structure you have in the 3rd dimensional plane, the easier it will be for you to access and integrate high vibrational frequencies. Our second affirmation is, my energetic strength is a gift. Working in an energy healing setting requires a tremendous amount of strength and protection. Your energetic sensitivity is a gift, and it's also a responsibility to protect that gift through strengthening your energy field. And number 3, integrating modalities is my unique strength. You have a unique fingerprint in your healing practice, and that is your strength. The subtle differences in the modalities you practice is your unique strength. You have permission to go all in on the modalities that make your heart sing and that you feel the most passionate about and that have brought you the most success. Each of us will have a healing practice that we bring different ingredients into and that we create different recipes with. Becoming a master of your holistic healing practice is not about replicating exactly what someone else is doing. It is about finding your calling deep in the work that you are the most aligned with. Today, we're going to move through 3 steps in understanding how to create a blueprint for our healing practice, how to create a bulletproof energy field that protects us as we step out in bigger and bigger ways into the world, and how we integrate that all together with what we are already doing. To get started, our blueprints are going to support you, whether you're just getting started or you're a seasoned practitioner. I want you to think of your healing practice right now like a house. And a blueprint is a plan for the whole house. But a blueprint is also broken up into rooms. Each room has its own recipe. So we are both creating the big picture, which is the blueprint, and we're working on the individual recipes that go into each room to create different aspects of the healing experience. You want to think of the blueprint like a collection of recipes. Great chefs are always integrating new recipes into their kitchen, and people who truly love their homes are always improving it. The same is true for your healing practice. Even if you already have a blueprint of your entire practice, you can use our blueprint to tweak what you have existing already. And even if you already have healing recipes, you can use our recipes to tweak the recipes that you use. And if you don't have a blueprint or recipes, then you can use our system as a jumping off point to envision your own practice. Next, we're going to explore a bulletproof energy field. Just like there are ways to create physical resilience, so too can we create energetic resilience. As healing practitioners, it's our responsibility to keep our energy field strong, solid, and a grounding force for those that we work with. A bulletproof energy field is one that resists penetration from other low vibrational energy. Finally, we're going to explore our integrative process. This process really meets you where you are. We have multiple modalities that we teach that follow an integrative therapeutic model. Integrative therapy is a model that teaches you how to structure an integrative healing practice or how to integrate new modalities into an existing practice to rebirth your existing practice. Integrative healing is inherently aggressive, and by aggressive it means that we're constantly flooding our mental, emotional, and physical bodies with layers of healing. We're washing ourselves over and over again with minerals, nutrients, meditation, habit change, and spiritual transformation through energy healing and hypnosis. So let's get started with our healing practice blueprint. We're going to start our healing practice in the kitchen. So if you think of your healing practice as a home, your entire practice is a home with many different rooms. We're going to start in the kitchen. And to start, you're going to need a clean and a clear space, high quality ingredients, an optimistic attitude, and a recipe and a time to create. We're going to explore some of these components and what we use specifically in our healing kitchen. First, we're going to bring in high quality ingredients. The highest quality ingredients that we can bring into any practice that we have is our attention to the light and our breath. Ultimately, all healing occurs through our attention to the light and through our breath. In addition to that, we can bring in other high vibrational tools that help to increase the quantity of light and help us to breathe more deeply, specifically crystals, essential oils, high vibrational water, and other nutrients. The next component in our recipes is our healing altar. All of our healing work that we do, that we teach in every one of our programs and in each of our modalities, is anchored with a healing altar. When you enroll in any one of our programs, you'll also receive a credit to purchase crystals, which are the foundation of your healing altar. We will continue to build on your healing altar throughout our training. A healing altar is ultimately a high vibrational space in your healing room that anchors the light that you are going to work with in your healing practice. You can anchor that light with physical objects and also through the creative visualization of sacred geometry. The final component of our recipes are the recipes themselves and the blueprint that they are held within. We specifically teach 4 different recipe structures that you can alter, mix, and match as you are intuitively guided. Once we have our core components, we're then going to move into the cooking process. I want you to vision with me your healing practice starting here in the kitchen. And think of the first time that you cook something. You have your recipe, you have your ingredients, you have your clean and clear space. Your mind is in the right place. Hopefully you're playing high vibrational music that is just creating a good vibe overall in your kitchen. Now you're going to go into creating the actual meal. Each of the healing experiences that we create are very much like meals for our clients. We want to satisfy all of the needs of the people that we are working with, have them leave satisfied and full of the healing experience. And this all starts by creating the space and by setting the intention for the cooking process. And by remembering that illness and disease are opportunities to come into deeper union with the light within us. As we are healing or creating our healing meals, we are ultimately shifting paradigms of thought in our practice, one person at a time. And the paradigms that we are shifting are the paradigm that says this is something bad that's happening to me, or this is something that I don't want, to this is something that is serving the ascension of my highest self. So then, developing and testing recipes and synthesizing them into our blueprint is not something that happens overnight. Creating, building, nurturing, and maintaining our sacred space is essential because we need solid spaces to do this work, not just to cook one meal, but we need a space that we can go back to over and over and over again, like a test kitchen where we are practicing our initial run of the meal and then gaining our confidence so that we can replicate it with consistency over time. And we need solid spaces to do this work, spaces that have been prepared and programmed energetically with love and light. The work then that we do inside of our programs at Pleiadian Institute are unlike any other work that you will do, because we begin first with the creation of an energetic container. So we don't have a physical kitchen that we're all working in, but we are going to move into an energetic kitchen together, and we are all going to anchor the energetic points of this kitchen so that we are all working in a similar, sacred, high vibrational space. The name for this energetic container in which our training takes place is the etheric healing chamber. We also work within an etheric healing classroom. These etheric healing spaces are vibrational spaces that transcend time and location. You're inside of these programs, you're learning how to work within these etheric spaces, and you're learning how to build them yourself. So finally, as a recap, the way the healing blueprint works together with the recipes in the sacred healing space is that for every healing modality we practice, we've developed a recipe. Most healing modalities that we practice, we've developed multiple recipes. If you think of your entire healing practice like a house, each modality happens in a different room, and you prepare, for example, in the kitchen. The blueprint helps you to lay out the rooms in your healing practice. The recipe provides you with the ingredients and the steps that you need to take once you're in the rooms. The blueprint lays everything out for you so that you can see the big picture of how the healing will be completed. Just like a house that has many different rooms, so too do our healing treatments need different rooms to be nurtured in. The most successful healing treatments often occur in programs with multiple steps. Although miraculous results can come from a singular healing treatment, our best results come with consistency over time. Each stage of the process then has a recipe, and all of the recipes come together to form the blueprint for healing. And this all happens through these 4 steps. First, we prepare and build our space. Specifically, we work with the creation of and maintenance of etheric healing chambers and altars. The etheric healing chamber is on the multidimensional plane. The altar is on the 3rd dimensional plane. Then we decide on our recipe. The recipes that we specifically teach include DNA activation, chakra activation, integrative crystal healing therapy, integrative spiritual healing therapy, integrative energy therapy, hypnotherapy, and hypnoenergy therapy. After that, you're going to prepare your ingredients. You'll bring together your ingredients before you start your healing treatments. You'll learn many different types of recipes within each core modality, complete with training. You can prepare the recipe exactly as we've outlined them, or you can mix and match the ingredients to create your own recipe. And finally, time and attitude. Each recipe takes a specific amount of time, and just like in real cooking, if you have a recipe that requires something to slow cook over 10 hours, you need to give it that full amount of time in order to achieve your end result. So why a blueprint? We use blueprints because structure creates consistent results. Systems and practices also increase success. And blueprints help to keep you accountable and help you to teach others your process.